we're going to talk about those levels of connection. I think the first level of connection that I see is just acknowledgement of another human being. Now, this sounds like, well, yeah, I acknowledge people all the time. But do you? How many times do you get on an elevator and not meet anyone's eye? How many times do you walk through a downtown street with your earpods in and never look up? How many times are you on the phone while you're going through the checkout and never acknowledge the cashier who's in front of you? Yeah, I do that. I'm sure other people do that. I see other people do that. Sometimes I'm the one who's like, hey, while their head is down and they're looking kind of annoyed, like, why are you looking at me? Yeah, so that's that one level of connection, just at its base, acknowledging another human being. I even acknowledge dogs who are walking past me. They're my favorite to acknowledge. Then that second level is the we have something in common level. I am a kindergartner and you're in my class with me. I am a college student and you live on my dorm. I work at the hospital and so do you. Maybe you are a fellow nurse on my unit. We have something in common that ties us together. We might not know personal details about the rest of our lives. We might not know deeper feelings. We might not care. We might not even like each other, and that is okay. But we have something that glues us together and gives us a reason to interact. And those can be really important. Let's see, the third level is we spend time outside in a social setting. This could be a Bible study. It could be pickleball or golf or tennis, any of your sports. It could even be a CrossFit class. It could be we go out for monthly dinners, or we have that mahjong class or bridge club. That's important too, to have that set aside time to build that relationship. But it's a little bit different than the next level. And the next level I titled intentional, intimate connection. An intentional, intimate connection. So let's take that we spend time outside of our normal schedules doing social stuff in mahjong. But actually, when we spend that 3 hours playing whatever game we're playing, we spend that time gossiping about the neighbors and talking about how horrible our husbands are. That's not a growth set, right? That might be a vent session, but I don't think that most of us are intentional about, I can't wait to get to mahjong and just vent it all out. I don't think we're intentional about that. I think we show up and what happens, happens. And that's okay too. That is an important part of connection. But that's not intentional, intimate connection. Intentional, intimate connection has a purpose. A lot of times it's to grow spiritually. So you see that in your Bible studies. Sometimes it is to grow just into a better version of yourself, a more evolved version of yourself. Inside these relationships, that's where we see accountability. We see detachment, like, I love you, and I don't care if you eat those 500 Oreos, and last night you told me you weren't going to eat any more Oreos, so are you sure you want to be picking up that pack? That's where we have those conversations. That's where we show up to mahjong and there's a card in front of each spot that says, what are you really grateful for today? Or what really awesome thing did you do today? Or what's weighing on your mind? That's where we intentionally have spaces inside that relationship to foster connection to, like, yeah, I know you said your husband was a butthead, but how are you feeling about that? What's your life really like? Those places where we can really connect on a very human level, a very relatable level, a level where we can see the similarities, because pain is pain. It might come through a different way, a different experience, have a different flavor, but it's the same. And joy is too. And when you surround yourself in intentional, intimate connectivity, you have space to share those parts of your life. That's what people get in the group. I can't replicate that in individual. I can't. I can give them one person who wants what they want for their life without becoming attached to whether or not they actually get there. I just want what they want for themselves, but I'm only one person. Imagine what life might be like if you cultivate that you have pockets in your communities that have that flavor of intentional intimacy.